Moral hazard, leaning on the giant shoulder.
Nowadays, in the globalization era, people are urged to move fast and tend to be self-centered. When a traffic jam happens, many people become impatient. When a man places his car in a special lane, what do you think others will do? Because it's jammed, everybody will think the same. Suddenly, a building alarm is ringing, and a fire truck is about to pass. The system starts to turn chaos. If we think again, the situation was started from unintentional use of the lane and unethic people. Potential loss of life and money can't be ignored. The system was not built robustly, and the situation just made a moral hazard. Besides that, nobody wants the man who breaks the law. Another case of moral hazard is in insurance industry. When somebody's car is insured, he will feel like all of his risks have been moved to the insurance company, not his problem anymore, so he could drive as he wants to. This is also a moral hazard because car owner usually hides his real behavior in front of insurance company. So, what is it like moral hazards in financial terms? We start with household. Everyone has its own needs, and according to Maslow, he basically needs food, safety, love, esteem, and even harder a self-actualization. On average, people have reached some of hierarchy easily and struggling at esteem. That's why rationally people need money. Let's take a look at an example at Hari, a 25 years old employee who just starting his career. Hari needs and wants many things. One of them is the latest gadget. The gadget came from the market which supply goods to the potential customer. But with his monthly salary, of course he couldn't afford to buy the gadget by cash. Nowadays, with the help of technology, Hari knows that money can be in a form of credit card. And by using permanent income hypothesis, Hari believes that his income will be constantly and even increasingly obtained before retires. That's why he decided to borrow some money using credit card without considering that the following month could be not smooth as he thinks. Expectation just like a dream. It comes a reality considering one's capacity. In this case, desire is overcapacity. Money is a time machine, bringing future consumption into current consumption. Bank as financial institutions plays a part in moral hazard because it has lack of rules in terms of offering credit to customers. Lack of rules happens because of such factors, like the unclear information given to the customer, lack of investigation to identify worthy creditor, and also credit cards advertisement which didn't hit the real target. On the other side, bank has an intention to give loan as they will get profit from the interest, where they get the money from its saver. Bank also feeling assured that there is a lender of last resort, which is central bank. These terms bring central bank become one of the factors causing moral hazard because central banks become the center of the rule maker. We can look at some scenarios. What if Hari didn't intend to pay back his debt or accidentally prolong the time when he should pay his debt? The bank will be overwhelmed by a customer like Hari. Let's imagine if there are a million Hari who have the same mind and need the same things. In this situation, Hari just hit moral hazard. Now, let's take a look what moral hazard could bring to us when the bank gets a lot of unpaid crime from the customer and at the same time the savers number don't increase. It will make the bank collapse because there is no money circulation in that bank anymore. Central bank as the lender of last resort will try to bail out this condition by giving back the funds that saver had saved in that bank. Is this all? No. The money the central bank used to bail out that bank actually can be used to subsidize the other area, such as education, health, and infrastructure. If it keeps happening, it could jeopardize the country's development. And it still causes conflict because sometimes people argue we shouldn't bail out banks since this creates future moral hazard among the banks towards central bank. That's why bank itself also have the possibility of doing moral hazards towards central banks since if the central bank always bail them out, they will feel secure and repeat the mistakes later. Imagine if there are several banks do the same thing. Moral hazard is an unintentional action. Hari, for the simple example, Hari doesn't think that far that what he did could lead into an unbalanced system, and without he realize it, he will get affected by what he's done today. In most cases, Hari will suffer to get new loan. It will be more difficult for him to borrow in the future, and he may have to pay higher interest rate, and even he may have difficulty getting a job or insurance coverage. What is the reason of people doing moral hazard? It could be appeared because a person is leaning on the big system, the giant system that provides him to do so. He didn't know what is the impact of what he done in the long term. Maybe because of his knowledge and information about financial system, hence he didn't know that what he did was wrong. There are also no certain rule from the central bank and the bank itself about the submission of credit card. If there is a rule, did they apply it? The solution in this case is know your limit. Stop using credit card for something unproductive and consumptive things, or when you're not sure if you can be able to pay it back according to the schedule. Because as the illustration tell about, if you have the initiative to do bad debt or unintentionally cannot pay your debt, in the long run, your own country is the one who will suffer. If millions of people can't pay their debt, mess debt will appear and downfall will happen in your country. If Harry and all other borrowers take out their moral hazard and become a credit-worthy borrower, country debt's burden and bad impact of financial crisis can be avoided. As for the bank, they also need to be more informative, strict supervision on credit loan from bank, and penalize those responsible for making the reckless decisions. And soon, the world shall be a better place for everyone.